Hi there, I'm Rhonda, and I help makers turn their digital designs into income. On my channel, you'll get quick tutorials, cool tools, and simple strategies to grow your digital product business. If you want daily AI prompts, trend tips, and a fun community that gets it, join us in our AI Profit Society. I left a link in the description. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss a thing. And now, without any further delay, let's get into today's video. Hey guys, it's Rhonda, and I wanted to show you an image generator that uh, you may not have thought about yet, but it's worth giving a try. And you can do a few free images daily with it. Now, I'm not real sure what the limits are. It's not real clear, but I generated, I believe, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 images yesterday before it told me I reached my limit, then I had to wait till the next day. But we are talking about Grok. Grok.com is the address. And here's just a few I did this morning. I wanted to test it with different styles. So here we had the little chibi watercolor girl. She came out really nice. And let me scroll down. And then I did the latch hook yarn style, and it came out pretty darn good, I'd say. It's very latch hook rug style there. So depending on what type of yarn look you wanted it to have, it might be a little different for you, but it generates a ton of images each time. I even tested it here with some seamless patterns, and while it didn't get it right every time, it got it right most of the time. So I'm just going to grab one of these and drag it into the seamless pattern checker over here. See, here's one that worked, and here's another. It's just a little bit off here. You see that? It's not bad, but it's not perfect on every one. So let's check another one here quick. This one looks to be pretty darn good. So, you can get seamless patterns out of them too, out of Grok too. You just have to, check them. Some are, some aren't, but honestly, that's the way it is with a lot of image generators. Now, this was the last image I generated. So if you notice, I keep scrolling and it just keeps making more of these. And it will just keep making more of these until I give it a new prompt. So I am going to uh, pop in another prompt. I have this faux rhinestone prompt to make animals that look like they're made from rhinestones. So let's take a look at that and see how it does with this type of image. And you have your choice here when you enter your prompt. You can have it 2:3 ratio, 3:2, or 1:1 square. And I usually like to make all mine in a square. So some of these are looking pretty awesome. It's doing a really good job. I'm liking this a lot. Um, this one looks really good. That would be perfect. And like I said, notice I keep scrolling and it just keeps giving me more variations. I really like this one. Now, I do want to tell you, if you find something, if you have an image that you like, be sure to click into it and save it to your favorites. Because I'll be honest, I have not found a way to access my image generation history. If you click on your history over here, um, all you get is chat history, not image generation history. So when you find something, have it generate a design that you like, make sure you favorite it so you'll be able to get back to it later. Okay. Now here's another really, really cool thing about Grok. If you are a digital design maker and you want to promote some of your designs and you just don't know what to do, you can create like short videos for TikTok, for Facebook, for YouTube, of your designs. And with Grok here, all you have to do is when you have an image you like, you just click on the little arrow right here and it will automatically make a video of it. Now, when it does that, it also automatically adds that to your favorites. So that's really nice. You can always find the videos you've created later. You can use these for your Etsy video. You can use them for, like I said, shorts for YouTube or TikTok or Facebook Reels or Instagram to help promote your products as well. So that's a really nice feature. And let me grab a few more designs. I just want to give it a variety so we can see how it does. Look at this. That's pretty darn cool. The design itself is moving. That's awesome. That is awesome. Okay, so, and look, I'm starting to scroll again and it's creating more of that same image. That's just insane. All right, I have like this rockabilly mixed media collage type image. Let's send that in and see how it does with something like that. Um, let's give it a second here. And it's actually pretty darn quick compared to some of the others. You know, here we are creating 6 images and it took just a couple seconds. These came out really nice. I like them. I'm going to favorite a couple of these just so I can look at them later and really decide, you know, what I like and what I don't like. I like the denim in this one. And yeah, it's great because you just scroll and you just keep getting more versions. So you could easily sit here and make a complete pack of like a digital paper just by, you know, scrolling through here and, you know, picking 5 or 10 that you really like. And it's all the same uh, prompt. It's just generated a little bit differently each time. So you could actually, like I said, just scroll through here and pick a few and you've got a ready-made paper pack. Or, you know, even if you were doing clip art, you know, you could do a full pack that way. So let's look through here. I have some like black and white vector style that I like to create for SVGs for laser engraving. So I'm going to run one of those. We'll see how that one does. I'm just, you know, here we are. We're actually really testing this out together. I've only given it a few prompts yesterday just to check it. So that came out really cool. I like a lot of these. These look really nice. These are very nice images. Very nice. This one is really great. I like that. I'm going to save that to my favorites so I can look at it later. And just for fun, I'm going to have it turn that one into a video just so we can see what it does. All right. And let's grab, all right, I have a prompt here for a patchwork. It's a real simple uh, patchwork Christmas tree. Let's see how that does. How it does with things like that. Okay. Those are cool. I like them. They look great. That did a great job with the patchwork style as well. Yeah, that looks amazing. And I would, you know, obviously I would come in and save a couple of these so I could look at them later or just download immediately the ones you like. It's, you know, don't don't just let them there. Let's scroll back up and see if our video is done with that cat. Where is he? We're going to know when we get there. He is. Look at that. How cool is that? That is just awesome. That is just awesome. Alrighty, so I have a vintage styled design here now with some text. Let's see how it does with text designs. You know, some generators are great with images, but fail miserably when it comes to text. All right, that looks pretty good. The wild is calling, protect what's left. I like that. And it's giving us a bunch of different styles, a bunch of different looks here. Same style, the vintage, but a lot of different looks to the design. So you could, again, you could scroll through here, pick 5 or 6 of these and turn them into a mini bundle, which is great. And from what I can tell, it's like each prompt is considered image generation. I don't think, you're scrolling and having it pop up different variations isn't, I don't think at this point, counting against your daily free stuff, okay? All right, so let's see what we've got here. Let me look. I just want to grab another image. Okay, here we go. I have a hand-drawn composition of seashells in a heart shape. So let's see if it pulls that off. Where the image is supposed to be heart-shaped, made from, yep, there we go. There we go. Oh, I love this one. It's just that line art style that's so popular right now. I am going to favorite that. That is fantastic. Um, but yeah, that did a great job. It has them in a heart shape. Looks good. And you just scroll through here and find the ones you like. Favorite them or download them right away so you have them when you want them. So they're easy to find. But like I said, I cannot seem to locate a image generation history. So, make sure you're favoriting and make sure you are downloading the ones you like right away because I'm not sure where they go. Okay, so let's do one more. Let's do one more. Um, let's do let's do a gothic illustration of a stitched patchwork teddy bear. Let's see what we get from this. So far, though, I'm really, really pleased with it. It's putting out some very nice images. And like I said, I know you can use this free. I'm not exactly sure how many generations you get per day on the free plan. But I know you can do probably I'd say somewhere around 3 to 5. So it may not seem like a lot, but if you use those strategically, like if you know you want to make a bundle of digital papers, well, you throw a prompt in here and you just scroll until you get 5, 6, 7, 10, however many you want to put in your bundle, and then enter another prompt for your next pack that you want to do. Or if you want to do a clip art bundle, do the same thing. Put a prompt in, scroll through until you get 10 that you think look good or different enough that you can bundle them together. Like these bears right here. Here's one with a stitched heart here, a button there, no heart. The heart's on the other side, hearts on the feet. So you could easily make a pack of, I'd say, junk journal pages just from that one prompt that you sent in, and it's just giving me different variations over and over. Here's another one. So you could easily make a complete bundle out of a single prompt using Grok. I guess we will do one more just because I just want to check something real quick. I've got another gothic illustration of a patchwork fox. But this one is supposed to be like in a round, um, circular kind of frame, a wreath, and I just want to see how it pulls that off. Let's see what we do. And that looks adorable. Absolutely adorable. Absolutely adorable. And you're getting a bunch of different styles in here too that you can use. All right, so if you haven't tried Grok out yet, I recommend having a look at it, uh, giving it a try. You know what? I do have one more here I want to do. These are like the brush stroke, thick oil brush strokes. So I want to see if it pulls off that brush stroke look quick. And it did. Look at that. Look at that. This too is a really popular style. This pink and mint preppy colors with the visible smeary brush strokes. So Grok is doing a good job at generating those too. Okay, so that's all I wanted to show you. I wanted to give you a rundown here through Grok, see how you liked it. Give it a try. Try out a few prompts. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. Let me, and down here's your favorites, right here next to your prompt box. So you can click in there and it will take you in. Here is one I did yesterday. You're the raisin I smile, and then I turned it into a video. So now my little raisin is, you know, making moves. Here is a moose, the black and white SVG I did yesterday. Um, I did this preppy style dog. And is that not freaking cute or what? Love that. Love that. And oh, here is the peacock I did yesterday that I similar to the one I showed you today. And then this little guy here I did as well, just playing around. And I love how the lights light up. So that is just some really cool stuff you can do here in Grok. And like I said, make sure you save your the ones you like to your favorites, because I do not know how to return to my image generation history once you close this out. You know, once this page is gone, I cannot find a way to get back to it. Maybe it's just me. Maybe, you know, you only get one shot. Grab what you can, grab what you want, download it, or it's gone. So keep that in mind. I'm not sure. Um, but as long as you have like your session is current, you can scroll back up through and, you know, grab ones you like. But as soon as, and here I'm going to show you, I'm going to go here to, I'm going to open this in a new window. In fact, I have it bookmarked in here. So once I go in, okay, I close that, I'm in a new window and I do not see my history. Let's see if I go in here to history, it just has my chat history, not my image generation history at all. So I'm not real sure how to, unless you do it. Yeah, see, as soon as you hit create, it brings you over here to imagine, and I cannot find, if I see all, I do not get that. And you can upgrade. I did upgrade to the Super Grok, which is $30 a month, but that's, you know, completely optional. I did it because I wanted to, you know, be able to test this a lot more extensively than just a couple image generations a day. But, you know, and I don't see, even under projects, there's nothing in there. So all you have are your favorites. So make sure that you favorite any image that you like, because it looks like once you leave, they're gone. You can't get them back. So make sure you save or download immediately if you're trying out Grok, all right? So that's what it is. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. As usual, like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. And as always, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for watching. And I will see you guys in the next video.